Welcome back, my fairies. I'm Matsuyorific, and we are back with more of the Pokemon Legends Arceus Mega Shalpha Hunt. Hello, Yvek, and hello, Fighter. Welcome. So we got this trick set up so that we can actually hunt Gallade, and hopefully we can actually find him today. Hello. I'm sorry to hear that you're not in the best mood today, Yvek. If you want to talk about what happened, you absolutely can. Feel free to do so. But if you don't want to, then you don't have to, obviously. I hope your day gets better, though. Alright, that is a... That would have been so cool if we could have gotten it the first time. Nobody's here yet, but I'm sure Dem or Meg will be here soon. I'm making you feel better already. Aw. I'm glad. Neil's already relaxing on my lap, too. So he's being a good boy right now. Such a good boy. Yeah, hopefully we can get this Gallade fast today. So it would be nice to be done with this hunt. Yeah, come on. There we go. And reset. Also, I did do the training that I was talking about doing in Persona 5 Royal. So, we got 3 stamps left. And I'm thinking that when we do get back to that, we'll probably, we'll go back when when Sumire does not want to hang out with us. And then we can get the last 3 stamps. And we can take on that the Mementos boss in there. With our SP already healed up and everything. And that'll also give us a chance to get more items from Josie, too. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Fighter. Yeah, that sucks. My egg donor fat shamed me, too. That's just never okay. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Well, if I had the ability, I would allow you to reach through the internet to give Leo some pets, because I know I always feel better when I'm petting Leo after a rough day. He's a good boy. Even if he can be a little brat sometimes. Yeah, we talking about you? He's like scratching my head, Mama. You getting the head scratchies. Well, he loves the head scratchies. It is making me run a little weird, though. Because I'm trying to pet the cat. Curlia. None. Oh yeah, still got some fries left too. Had chicken and fries for dinner. Just sounded good. Oh. Oh, and now he's getting the ear rubs. Oh. You're just getting more upset in how she said, if you don't apologize, you can't go to your little sister's birthday party? Oh. So she's gonna punish your sister because she thinks you deserve... Nah. Nuh-uh. Nope. How about, instead of being upset that someone called you out for being a bad mom, you just try to not be a bad mom? Has she ever thought about that? Hello, Willow, welcome. We just got started with the hunt today, but hopefully Gallade will sparkle soon. So I'm ready for this hunt to be done. So even if we found a Shalpha, Ralts, or Curlia, the odds of it being male are 50-50. But if we do it this route, then we don't have to worry about that because it's guaranteed. So we've already got Guardy. Yeah, I'm sorry your mom's being that way, Fighter. That's just toxic. You've been trying to hunt the Swords of Justice in Sword on your end? You've gotten Terrakion so far, but you've gone over odds for Virizion? Oof. I hope you get it. Exactly, despite yourself being upset, you didn't give in to her guilt tripping. Good. Eventually ended the argument saying you'd live a happier life and accomplish more. Oh. I mean, the best revenge is a life well lived. With a clearer head, it's pretty easy to admit that that might not have been the best thing to say to her, but I understand being in that moment that there are a lot worse things that you could have said to her, and I understand saying that in that moment. Gallade. Dang it. We'll get there. Yeah, my egg donor used to fat shame me too. For her, it was more because she desperately wanted to be able to brag to her friends that all three of her kids were in different branches of the army. So she forced me to work out because she knew that I wouldn't do well in the military without losing weight, and it's like, I wouldn't do well in the military at all. And like, she legitimately kicked me out because I wasn't getting in as fast as she wanted. Worst bit with Virizion and Cobalion is a wild area weather means any day that that rolls hail makes them a non-option. Ooh. Wait, are they not in Dynamax Adventures? And at the very least, you can manipulate the weather by changing the date. So, because there's a date skip glitch that you can do. If you change the date normally, then it's not going to count it. But there is a date skip. There's actually a couple of date skip glitches that you can do. They aren't all that stinky. Yeah, you can at least do a date skip using the raid den method to change it to a day that you know is going to be the ideal weather. And I've confirmed that it works too. Last year we were hunting for the supersized pumpkaboo in October for Halloween. And we found out that on October 31st, it had the right weather for pumpkaboo to appear. The upside is they can roll marks. That's cool. Something you look into. Yeah. So what you do is, it's best, you can do it offline or online, but it's best to do it offline so you don't have to worry about somebody trying to join in. But the way that you do it is you go to a raid den, and then you tell it that to search for other people to help. Do not start the raid, just tell it to start searching. So to the point where other people can join into it. And then while it's doing that, you do the date skip. So you just go back, you go into the home screen and change the date. And then just to whatever you want. And then you go back in to the game, back out of the raid. You can do the raid, but you can just back out of it. And that will change the date in the game to the date that you want to be in. You can also use that to force all of the dens to respawn too. So if you're just trying to build watts, you can also do it for that. Or even just to refresh the den so that you get new stuff spawning in. But it's especially nice if you're looking for something specific in that raid den. Yeah, that's really easy. Yeah. Yeah, I've used it before too. Because the dens also have their own encounter tables. So if you're looking for something that can only be found in one specific den, then you can use that trick to just re-roll the encounter for the den until you get what you want. You ever try to hate your mother? You always try to see the good in her, but that's difficult. Yeah. Fair. That's how I used to be with my egg donor too, and then one day I kind of just stopped making excuses for her. And I made so many excuses for her. Oh yeah, that one weekend where I literally starved the whole weekend because she wouldn't let me leave the table until I finished that one plate of food. No, that wasn't abuse. That was, to be fair, I was a difficult kid. It's not easy raising a kid with autism. Yeah, no, abuse is abuse. Thanks for lurking, Lexi. Hope your headache gets better. And that was one of those weekends where, gosh, I'm glad my parents are divorced. Because then my dad picked me up that Saturday evening, and I ate at his house. Yeah, I literally survived that entire weekend off of a single plate of food. It was pulled pork. And that whole weekend is now a core memory. But I didn't like the texture. Though I didn't have the vocabulary to really communicate that, so I just said I didn't like it. And she got mad and told me that I wasn't allowed to get up from the table until I finished that plate. Well, then it's bedtime. So she's like, okay, you're going to put the plate in the fridge. And then in the morning, you can reheat it, but you're going to sit there until you finish eating that plate. I nibbled at it throughout the rest of this. So she served it on Friday evening. All of Saturday, I just sat there playing with my food, taking itty bitty bites because I really did not want to eat it, and basically surviving on water up until it was bedtime again. So it's like, okay, put your plate in the fridge and it'll be there for you in the morning. And then Saturday morning comes along, and I sat there until my dad picked me up. Sunday morning. But I sat there until my dad picked me up Sunday evening. And there was still over half of the plate left over. I have not watched K-Pop Demon Hunters, Cat and Price. You named your shiny little one Raichu after me? Aw, thank you, Lexi. Yeah, I used to make excuses for her about that, and then I talked to a therapist, and that story came up, and the first thing out of her mouth was, that's abuse. And it's like, yeah, it kind of is. She basically starved me the whole weekend because I wouldn't eat the one plate of food. Yes, I am autistic. And one of my autistic traits is that if I don't like the flavor or texture of something, I cannot eat it. Like, I can't even swallow it. Like, it's not even a suck it up and eat what you don't like because it's good for you sort of thing. It's a, I literally cannot bring my mouth to swallow it. Like, I would chew on the same bite of food for 10 minutes before I swallow it if I don't like it. Yeah, my official diagnosis is Asperger's, but that falls under the autism spectrum. But my egg donor also did not want to admit that I was autistic. Didn't know we had the same things. I mean, to be fair, autism again is a spectrum. So two people can be autistic but have vastly different symptoms. Yeah. Well, it's because people like yourself find comfort in knowing that they're not alone that I do try to share my stories and stuff. Because I know how that feels, to feel like nobody understands you and nobody believes you and nobody cares about what you need because you're not what they define as normal. But we are normal. Because everyone is different. Every person in the entire world is different from everybody else in the entire world. Normal, in terms of human beings, does not exist. It's basically a societal construct, kind of like gender. But I am sad to hear that it sounds like she doesn't really know, like she doesn't understand, and I'm sorry to hear about that. People still get mad if I inform them the term Asperger's doesn't see use due to association with the namesake. I mean, it's like the way that scientists and doctors have seen things, see things have changed throughout the years. Because like when I was a kid, they were two completely diagnoses, but now Asperger's is classified as part of the autism spectrum. Hello, Evik. Welcome. I just want to say, Evik, I do appreciate what you've been doing with the like goals. I do. But please leave comments about telling people to sub to the moderators. We don't really do like pressure here, especially since your like goals are very high for what we normally average on this channel. Usually we're in the 10 like range, but even still, that is more of a moderator thing. I'm not mad at you or anything, just to be clear, but I just wanted to ask you to, please stop. I appreciate it. I do. It's just not something we do on this channel. Oh, I saw the blue fin and was like, wait, did it just not sparkle? No. I really wish we could hear the sparkle from the entrance. Like, I hope that we can. Alright, and let's take a water break. Yeah, and to be clear, I don't share my stories because I want people to pity me either, because, like, I can understand that people might sympathize and feel bad for the fact that it happened. I am, for the most part, over what happened. It still makes me sad that my egg donor's ego was more important to her than her quote-unquote love for her daughter. But I'm definitely a lot better now than I was back when I first went no contact with her. Generally had to stop yourself from crying. So, oh, yeah. I'm glad you were able to find some comfort, Fighter. Now that you have Shalpha Gudra, you're gonna try for Sliggoo? Okay. Good luck with that. I know I've gotten Sliggoo. That was one of the first hunts that we did. I don't know if I still have it. At the very least, I don't know if it's still an alpha. Because I think I might have brought it into Sword and Shield, not knowing that it would get rid of the alpha mark. My Mokulé turned blue? I know! Also, hello, Pikmin fan. Welcome. Hopefully it will soon. I'm ready for this to be over. I also kind of just wish I knew how far away we have to be to hear the sparkle. The alpha mark got purged. If you bring an alpha Pokemon into Sword and Shield, yes, it will get rid of the alpha mark altogether. Even if you bring it back into home. I made the mistake of doing that because I just wanted to fill in my decks really quickly so that I could get the shiny charm. And it's like, oh, my alpha Pokemon no longer have the alpha mark. Whoops. I haven't tried yet bringing them back into PLA to see if it'll put it back or not. I honestly don't even remember who had the mark. And there goes my mouse. I was trying to set myself up. Good thing you never set any Shalphas into Sword from Violet to get the ribbons. Yeah? Yeah, it's unfortunate. Although that might actually be why. Just because the marks that are in Sword that you can find in Scarlet and Violet, excuse me, I think the game does read those differently from the ribbons from previous generations. Because marks are basically just modern day ribbons, honestly. Did I find any shinies before you came in? No. We started with Gallade and we're still on Gallade. We have not phased yet either. Granted, if we phase and it's not a male Shalpha, we're probably still gonna go ahead and restart. But I wouldn't mind phasing just so that we can know how soon this will hear the sparkles. You assume the mark just doesn't load like how the ball is processed as a regular ball? Yeah. And I think that's... Oh yeah, that's another thing, is that the Pokeball will go back to... It'll change it back into a regular Pokeball instead of being a strange ball. Which I have to say is interesting, because you would think that they would have done like an update to Sword and Shield to put the strange ball in there. But no. That is something you can do, though. If you have a shiny Pokemon that's not an alpha, you can make it become a regular Pokeball by just taking it into Sword and Shield. Leaving the mark outright is crazy. It's because it doesn't exist in Sword and Shield, so it doesn't know what to do with the mark. Man, I wish we could ride Word here and here. Dang it. Still nothing. Ironic, the region known for a kaiju mechanic outright strips proof of a mon being massive in their home game. True. Although, the size differences in PLA are permanent. The size changes in Sword and Shield are temporary, because that's a gimmick. Honestly, part of me actually kind of wonders if that might have been one of the things that they were trying to do with the alphas, was to play around with the size mechanic. Because, like, they first introduced the size mechanic in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but the models were still the same size. The game still read them as being small and large, but the game, like, the game read them as having 3 different sizes. There was tiny, regular, and large, but the models themselves stayed the same. Then Pokemon Legends Arceus came around, and we actually got different sizes. And alphas kind of felt like a exaggeration of that to try and, like, really make you see the difference in the sizes. And then they kept that around in Scarlet and Violet. So now that's just a thing that happens in the games. This is the Pokemon being different sizes. Though that does probably mean that the sizes are gonna carry on. Oh my gosh, Spider, thank you so much! Ah, now I need to get my mouse off the floor because it fell. I see it. Okay. Try not to fall off the bed. You feel happy from the comfort? Never thought to be relatable? Aw. Well, I'm glad I was able to help. And thank you so much for the $5, too. You're sweet, you really are. And again, I'm sorry your mom was treating you like that. Every child deserves a parent, but not every parent deserves a child. Anyways, as I was saying before, I have a feeling that the alphas being in PLZA probably means that we're going to still have the size differences in ZA. Still no shinies. Water break. Come on, Gallade. Help us out here. Every time we come in here, I'm just like, I just want a sparkle sound. I just want to hear the sparkle sound. We know that they're different, because the Ralston Curly are re-rolling every time. Curious how alpha mechanics will be handled with Pumpkaboo and Gourgeist. Yeah, I'm also curious about that, because the Pumpkaboo line were the original size variants. So I'm curious how that's going to work with the Pumpkaboo line, because they only have 4 size variants. Small, medium, large, and extra large. Now, I would assume that an alpha Pumpkaboo / Gourgeist is going to always be the extra large size. But I'm curious how they're going to work in the other sizes when it's now a range and not just a certain, and not just 3 or 4 specific sizes they can be. Because remember, those, the small, medium, large, and extra large pumpkaboos, those are different forms. Or at least that's how Gens 6 through 8 always treated them. Watch as your mini pumpkaboo fails to qualify for the mini mark. I do hope that they continue to have those kinds of marks. That would be sad if we can only get them in Scarlet and Violet. Because that means that it'll be locked to Pokemon that can be found in Scarlet and Violet. But I imagine they probably will keep those around.
Hello.
Hey, Dem. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Still no Gallade yet, but we're working on it.
Ah, okay.
To naturally get a mini or jumbo mark outside of Titans and Alphas, yeah, they are very rare. Because you have to get them at the absolute maximum size that they can be, or the absolute smallest size they can be. Or find them as alphas in PLA. Because any PLA alpha that can be transferred into Scarlet and Violet automatically gets the it automatically gets the maximum mark, or the jumbo mark, yeah. But you can get them. In fact, Johnny Plays has even done hunts specifically looking for the ones with those marks. Meanwhile, Monster Hunter handles size crowns as within the 5% percentile. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Close enough, here's your gold. Yeah, I don't know what the, I don't know if it is a variant or not. Like, if there's a range for the jumbo and mini marks. I mean, either way. If you ever get time to finish Let's Go Eevee, you're gonna make it a mission to get all 150 Pokemon in Shiny Hunt them all. Hey, good luck. The legendary birds are not easy. You will phase a lot. And you're gonna have to give up all of those extra shinies in order to keep up the hunt. The legendary birds are a nightmare to shiny hunt in PLA. Or PLA, in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Well, I have to say, it would also be nice if the game would actually tell you how big or small the Pokemon is when you catch it. Or even just, like, in the summary screen. It'd be nice if it would tell you the exact size and weight. I think PLA does that, but Scarvy doesn't. You like the birds? Your favorite is Zapdos? I'm not saying they're bad or anything. They're just a pain in the rear to shiny hunt and Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee specifically. because they're a less than 1% encounter, and they don't start spawning in regularly until you get a catch combo of 10. So you have to wait around for 10 of those things to spawn in when they are extremely hard to find. And then try to catch each one without them running away. Because if they start their run animation, you have to run, or it will ruin your catch combo, and you have to start all over again. And then on top of that, you have, even once you get your catch combo of 30, you still have to continue to catch each one. Because the way that it works, it only increases the odds of the next one to spawn in. So you have to continue catching them. Sounds like it makes the Cinepoke radar absolutely forgiving. Oh, yeah. Like, it's not so bad when you're hunting for regular Pokemon. Because, like, the rare 1% encounters are still kind of difficult, but then once you get them to catch combo 10, you're always going to have one of them on your screen. But like, the legendary birds are just a whole other nightmare. Dang it, Gallade, come on. Sparkle for me! Although I have to say, it would be kind of fun to do another Let's Go challenge. It's been a long time since we played that game on stream. Though granted, I have no intention of doing one right now. We're in ZA hype set season right now, so... Like, maybe if we finish this hunt... But even then, we've still got the Professor Laventon challenge to do after this. The only thing I can see temporarily giving up this hunt for is to do the Laventon challenge. You've never played the Let's Go games? Fair. The catch combos, or the catching mechanics in that game is not great. I've always said that if we ever do get another Let's Go game, I would want them to use the same catching mechanic as in Legends Arceus. Because these games are perfect. I mean, as far as like the catching, how catching works in these games, it's perfect. Would not change a thing. Mwah, chef's kiss. Perfect. Pure perfection. There's nothing I would change about the catching mechanic in this game. The Let's Go catching mechanic relies on motion controls with Joy-Cons. It's not fun. In your case, you were on break from Pokemon when it came out. Also fair. When those games were out, it was... If you didn't have a Capture Card 3DS, it was either Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, or... what was it, that game? Or Pokemon Quest. Leave. Pokemon Quest did not go well. That game did not do well at all. First thing about PLA's catching mechanic is mostly Pokeball hitboxes. I mean, they're not bad. The only thing is that, like, if the Pokemon, like, if a Pokemon is too far away to hit with a Jet Ball, it can still be close enough to spot you, and it's like, oh, that's silly. Oh, the unknown, yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I still haven't done the unknown in this game. I mean, if I'm gonna do unknown again, it'll probably be on the Switch too, but still. Although that does also mean that we're not able to shiny hunt unknown in this game, because they won't spawn in the ruins until you actually complete the unknown decks, and you have to catch them in order to do that. Aside from that, PLA is S tier on catching mechanic. Oh yeah, for certain. Although it is kind of funny when you think about the evolution of it too. Because, like, in generations 1 through 5, it was just basic. Well, okay, so Pokemon catching has evolved a lot throughout the years. Generation 1, it was just the 4 Pokeballs. The Pokeball, the Great Ball, the Ultra Ball, and the Master Ball. And then Generation 2 evolved that quite a bit by adding the Apricorn Pokeballs, which was also the first time that you could actually craft your own Pokeballs, but you weren't the one who was crafting them. Instead, you gave them to an NPC, Kurt, and he would craft them for you. But all of the balls had their own little mechanics that made catching a bit more fun. Granted, not all of them worked right. Like the Love Ball catching, only having an increased catch rate when catching Pokemon of the same gender and species. Sorry, got distracted. But aside from that, like, it was kind of fun that they added those balls. And then we got a few more Pokeballs after that as well, but they really updated it in Generation 6 when they made it so that catching a Pokemon would give your Pokemon experience. And when Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee was first announced, people's, like, I think it was MNJTV who actually did, like, tests and stuff to see if it was realistic to be able to train your Pokemon by only catching Pokemon. And he actually did pretty well with that. So it's like, okay, that works. The gay love ball, we love to see it. Yup. And then Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee came out, and it made it so that you could only train by catching Pokemon. Hello, Peleg the Cynic. Welcome. And then, but because that game didn't do well, they basically just went back to the original catching mechanic in Sword and Shield, with you just being able to gain experience whenever you catch something. Fastball's weird to you. You'd think it's for speedy modes, but it's only for ones that can flee. Yeah. Yep, the fastball is very different from the quick ball. You'd think that it would be like the quick ball, but it is not. Yeah, but then after all that, you then get Legends Arceus, where you can catch Pokemon without even having to battle them. So it's kind of like a higher evolution of the mechanic in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, because you also didn't battle the Pokemon in order to catch them, aside from the special event Pokemon like Snorlax and the legendaries the first time you fought them. Oops, sorry. Keep bumping the mic with my water bottle. Although, admittedly, they also made it kind of confusing with the anime. Because in the anime, it was more like the fastball works on just speedy Pokemon. So, Brock had a fastball, and he's like, hey, that Pineco is running really fast. Let me use a fastball on it. So that also confused a lot of people. You prepared a shiny Pinsir and Crystal so you can get shiny Mega Pinsir for ZA. Nice. We do have a Shalpha Heracross already. Though I'm a little sad that it's not female, so it doesn't have the pink heart on its horn. But hey, maybe we can get a female one in Legends CA. Come on, Gallade. We need you to sparkle already! Pineco would flee in Gen 2, so the fastball did work, so rare case of integrating gameplay. Yeah, true. I actually never found any shinies in Gold, Silver, or Crystal, despite having played them for so much. And yes, I got the red Gyarados, but that doesn't really count as finding a shiny. I don't know why, I just can't seem to get comfortable today. It's my favorite Pokemon, Raichu. That's why I've got a special Raichu avatar for stream avatars. Here's this Mudkip.
Mudkip, mud?
I heard you like Mudkips. Although, kind of speaking of Mudkip, I really hope Mega Blaziken is going to be in Legends ZA. Since that was the only Hoenn starter that was in X and Y. And it was like the first Mega that you got in the game if you pre-ordered it. Oops. It's like when X and Y first came out, if you pre-ordered the game or bought it early enough, like, there was a mystery gift where you could get a speed boost Torchic, and it would be holding the Blazikenite. Which form? I do like both, yes. Though, my love for Raichu comes from the Cantonian form. Raichu's just always been my favorite Pokemon. Found a shiny Celebi, but that was you actively seeking one out. Hey, congrats on the shiny Celebi regardless, though. You got it through breeding. There's, yeah, I know the Masuda method. Also, it's not only 1 in 64, it's 1 out of 504. The Ditto also does not have to be shiny. That's a myth. Having a shiny Ditto does not affect the shiny odds for the Pokemon. What affects it is that the Ditto has to, well, just both parent Pokemon have to be from different countries. Males can pass their HA. It's in Crystal. Oh! Believe that all Megas have been confirmed? No. They have not all been confirmed. It's confirmed that we are getting Megas. But so far, we haven't seen any of the Mega evolutions. Aside... Actually, no. I think we have seen Mega Glalie. Have we seen Mega Glalie? No, I'm not sure if we've seen Mega Glalie. I know we've seen Mega Steelix, but that was introduced in Kalos. But we have not seen every Pokemon with a Mega Evolution in the game yet. Oh, hidden ability. Okay. You make a giveaway with a Alolan Raichu, you feel no one wants one? We actually did a challenge when the Alola Raichu event was active, catching a shiny Alolan Raichu in every single Pokeball. So now I've got an entire box in home that's just my Raichu collection in different Pokeballs. Well, my Alolan Raichu collection in different Pokeballs. Suppose I could do that with Cantonian Raichu as well. Safe to assume Mega Gallade by association? Well, yeah. I was talking about Mega Glalie, though. But there is a high chance that we're going to be getting a Mega Frostlass, so that one would also make sense. You read for a shiny Pinsir and shiny Aerodactyl and Crystal to get them as Megas for ZA. Yeah, I unfortunately, I still have my 3DS, but it's got an issue with the charging point, or charging port, where it doesn't really want to charge. There's a piece of it that got misaligned, and it's really finicky to try and get it to charge. Megalopony is in it despite the Baneri line. Oh, that's true. Okay, so yeah, you're right. They still haven't confirmed that every single pre-existing Mega will be in it, though. Because we're supposed to be getting at least 25 new Megas. Well, there's an Alpha Ralts, but it's not shiny. I don't know why, but no matter how much water I drink, I'm still thirsty. I'll almost finished this water bottle too. I might go grab some Dubby. Question is, do I want s'mores or orange? Both are really good. Thankfully, the only thing you had to charge with your 3DS was the battery. But finding out the battery can swell up and pop open the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that. I tried taking it in to get the charging port fixed, but all I was told was, you should just buy another one. It's like, they don't make these anymore, and I would lose my digital games because they shut down the eShop. Granted, I lose them anyways since I don't have a... But, like, they're technically still there. Turns out those lithium batteries are a massive fire hazard. Yeah, but at least the 3DS is still more durable than an Apple phone. Those things are insane. Like, I'm pretty sure every single model of the iPhone has combusted into flames at some point. I really hope Rattatas in Gen 10. It's your favorite normal type behind Indeedee. Why am I crouching? Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like, if I were to buy another 3DS, it'd cost me so much more money. Yeah, I would like to try and get it fixed, though. I've got a bunch of stickers on it. I managed to get a clear case for it. So underneath of the clear case, I've got a bunch of My Little Pony and Sophia the First stickers. I shouldn't have canceled the eShop. I'd still like to play the Pushmo games. Yeah, Nintendo has made a lot of weird decisions, very unfortunate decisions. That is like, okay, are you trying to encourage people to pirate your games? Because that's how you get people to pirate your games. Same for the whole thing with the Switch 2. Oh, well, if you try and mod your Switch 2, you're going to get your entire account banned. It's like, okay, that just makes people want to emulate more. And I will always promote supporting the official release. But, like, they're making it so that we don't really have much of an option anymore. Still not overselling your old Gen 5 and 4 games in 2018? Coming back to see them for so much? Yeah. I still have a bunch of my older games. Like, I kind of want to just replace the battery in my Crystal version so that we can play Pokemon Crystal through my... Because I also still have my N64 and my transfer packs and Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. So, like, I think that would be really fun at some point if I could get the battery changed on my Pokemon Crystal version, and then we bring it into Pokemon Stadium 2 through the N64, and we just play. That would be so much fun. So I do have an adapter that allows you to plug RGB cables into HDMI ports. Although I don't know, I might see if there's if there's anything online that I could find that would allow you to just plug the system straight into an HDMI. So I'm sure they make them. But I do think that would be really fun. I also hope that with the GameCube emulator that they put out for the Switch 2, I really hope that they put out, like, we know we're getting Colosseum and Gale of Darkness, but I really hope they release some of the other games that I've had for the GameCube. Like, I would love to be able to play the Teen Titans game. There's a Teen Titans game for the GameCube. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed playing it. I would love to play that on stream with you guys at some point. One of the Pokemon card stores at your town, there's a Nintendo 2DS boxed Alpha Sapphire game they're selling for $270. Dang. That's actually a really good deal. So you get the 2DS and a copy of Alpha Sapphire for $270. That's a really good deal. Granted, I don't have the money to spend on that right now, but of course, Walmart also sells bootleg Gen 1, 2, and 3 games, too. At one of the Pokemon... Oh, I already read that. Colosseum giving Switch players a 1 out of 8100 hunt experience for once? Yeah. You might go buy it when you save enough? Yeah. Definitely. That's a pretty good deal. Yeah, and honestly, I feel like if I were to buy a new-to-me 3DS, it would have to be something with a capture card, because then it would actually be worth it. And we could play 3DS games on stream and do like shiny hunts and stuff where I can actually bring the shinies over to my main system through bank and stuff. Dang it, Gallade. Water break. Probably gonna need to go use the restroom soon. Might do a few more checks, and then I'll go use the restroom and get myself some more water and probably some W too. Pokemon Snap, I think, would be another good one to play on stream. I still need to actually play Snap 2. Like, I bought Snap 2 when it first came out. And we played a little bit on stream, and then other stuff was coming out that we just wanted to focus on instead, and we never went back to Snap 2. So I've actually never played that game in its entirety. I never even got to the point where they introduced Todd. And I was really excited for Todd, too. Because Todd was the player character in the first game, and he was also in a few episodes of the anime too, which, you know, was to promote Pokemon Snap. Like, it was interesting, because, like, Team Rocket found an ad that said that Todd was the best at capturing Pokemon. So they hired him, not realizing that he was a photographer, because they wanted him to capture Ash's Pikachu. So he spends the entire episode trying to take a picture of Pikachu, and Pikachu did not like being photographed at all. So because Pikachu didn't like it, Ash didn't like it. I was like, hey, Pikachu said no, you need to leave him alone. Forgot there was a Snap too? Yeah. And I have it. I just haven't really played a whole lot of it. Anime having a spin-off pro tag cameo feels so unnatural. I mean, they did that with Pokemon Ranger as well. The female player character from Pokemon Ranger is an actual character in one of the Gen 3 movies. It was Pokemon Ranger and the Prince of the Sea. So that was the Manaphy movie. You're gonna get going? Alright, well, thanks for hanging out with us, Evek. I hope you have a magical day. Honestly, if there's one thing if there's one wish I would love to see come true in the Pokemon anime, it's just for an entire spin-off based off of the story of Legends Arceus. Like, I want a Legends Arceus anime series. In fact, we got teased that we might have gotten a Legends Arceus arc in Pokemon Journeys. And instead they're like, yeah, it's just a festival remembering the past, and we've got these old Pokeballs, and you can go on a little adventure catching Pokemon in these old Pokeballs, because, like, we found some stuff that hints that Cyndaquil, Oshawott, and what's the third one? Rowlet. We found some evidence that Cyndaquil, Oshawott, and Rowlet existed in the Sinnoh region back then. So we've got this little thing where you can go around and you can wear official outfits from back then and catch Pokemon. Hello, Meg. Welcome. There were animated shorts, yes, but those were completely separate from the main anime. We never got to see Ash Ketchum go to the past in the Hisui region. PLA anime spinoff is free real estate? Exactly! Like Pokemon. I will help you write and direct this series. Hire me. I'll even let you underpay me for a bit, just so you can make sure that I know what I'm doing, and then you can pay me properly later on, please. Because people should get paid what they deserve. Like, I'll work under a trial period, and then if you like me, you can hire me properly and pay me a proper pay, and if you don't, then you at least didn't spend a lot of money on me. Imagine anime Volo? Exactly. Someone actually did dub a few scenes from PLA, and everyone in the comment section was like, "Oh, this just makes me want voice acting in Pokemon even more." I'm like, I have no hope of voice acting in Pokemon, but it does make me want a PLA anime. I want to watch Pokemon XYZ so bad, but you can't find it in the UK. Oh. You could see if you could find it on YouTube. YouTube has a lot of shows that you can purchase to watch. And I'm pretty sure they've got seasons of the Pokemon anime. But yeah, that was a really good series. I did enjoy Serena as well. She was a good character. You'd rather not imagine Bolo as an animated character? I mean, who would you rather see as an animated character? Bolo or Shido? Because anime Shido already exists. Hey, monkey butt. Oh. Scritches. Kitty scritches. You're curious when I said Memento Boss earlier? Who is Memento's boss? Shido. Messiah Shishido. The persona prediction of you-know-who existing in the real world. Yeah, we beat him. What does that have to do with the fact that there is an anime where that there's animated Shido? There's a Persona 5 anime. Did you not know that? You who knows the Persona ref, but still yet to get that far in P3 or 4G. Oh, well. Then I won't say more about that. You haven't watched it? There are issues with the P5 anime for sure, and it's definitely not as good as the P4 anime. Like, the Persona 4 anime is a 9 out of 10. The Persona 5 anime is more like a 7 out of 10. P5 anime is on Hulu. Yeah, if you don't feel like 80 plus hours of gameplay, possibly more. I've got 150 hours in. If you don't feel like a super long game, you can always watch the anime. Granted, a lot of those hours that I've put in on Persona 5 Royal have also been off stream. P4 anime, so you want tapes? You just say, you know who the Mementos boss is, and that's why you were waiting for it. Yeah. Yeah, no, the Persona 4 anime is peak. It really is. And Rise's song in Persona 4 Golden actually comes from the anime. In episode 8, which was the episode that they first introduced her in, they swapped out the opening with an exclusive opening where Rise is in concert and she sings that song, True Story. And people enjoyed the song so much that they decided to incorporate that in the games. So now, not only does she have her concert in Persona 4 Golden where she sings that song, but also in Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, at the very start of Rise's route, she actually starts off practicing that song. Say hello, you gotta say goodbye to 1,000 lines, yeah. Shout, friends, just those words you're feeling deep, and let your voice be heard all over the world. It's a good song. Hype for tomorrow. Tomorrow Hack Drivers 2 has the Halo ODST Warbound releasing. Okay, well, I hope you have fun with that. So Leo is very comfortable on my lap, but I'm almost out of water. I probably got enough water left in there for one more water break. Hey, Goomba, welcome! Been a while. Yeah, there's... One of the nice things about the Persona 4 anime is they actually have a lot of, like, not only do they do a really good job of adapting the social links, but they also have some really good filler episodes as well. Like, the filler episodes are still social link episodes too, but, like, there's actually one filler episode that doesn't even focus on you at all. It focuses on Nanako. So, like, there's an entire episode in the Persona 4 anime where you follow Nanako all day. It's amazing. It's beautiful. And it's kind of a mystery sort of episode. It's basically a two-parter. So there's the Nanako episode, and then the following episode follows you during that same time period. So, Nanako's episode, she notices that Yu has been coming home late a lot, and that he seems like really tired and stuff. So, and he doesn't want to tell them where he's been. So, like, there was one time where he did tell them, but it was so unbelievable that nobody believed him. So Nanako decided that she was going to follow Yu around to try and figure out where exactly he's been going and spending all of his time at. Because not even his friends knew where he was going. So she cosplays as a character from her favorite anime, Love Line, which is like a magical girl detective series. And she puts on, like, she dresses up like the main character and grabs this toy magnifying glass that's got all these different sayings on it when you press the button. It's super cute. There's the culprit! That's him! Grab him! We're on the case! It's really cute. And she just tries to figure out where exactly he's been going all the time. And then eventually you find... they end up at the summer festival, and she eventually runs into you, and they kind of walk around and meet a whole bunch of people that you has helped recently, and they all seem really happy at the end. And Nautico realizes,
Oh, Big Bro is so amazing. All those people were so happy.
and this is really cute. And then the following episode, you find out exactly what Yu has been up to that entire time. So the next episode starts again with Nanako. She's walking home from school, and she sees the fox from the shrine. But she sees that he's getting wet because it's raining, so she leaves her love line umbrella with him so that he won't get wet. It's really cute. But she doesn't want to admit. Yeah, she doesn't. Hi, Meg. But she doesn't want to admit to Dojima why she lost her umbrella, so she just tells him that she lost it. And Yu decides that he wants to buy her a new one. But the new umbrella is more than what he can afford. And the fox sees this. So the fox gives Yu one of the Emmas to say, hey, grant this wish. And that eventually leads Yu to getting his part-time jobs at the daycare and the hospital. And that's where he meets Yuta and his mom, and also Sayako. And it's at the hospital that he also meets that old lady. And he also takes the tutoring job too. So throughout the episode, he's just kind of helping them with their own issues, while also ending up in more and more debt because he was like, okay, well, Yuta accidentally broke the other kid's toy, so I'm gonna and the moms are fighting, so I'm gonna offer to pay for it. Well, now he's in debt for the toy. And then he helps the elderly woman. It's like, okay, well, she threw her comb in the Samegawa River, so now he's gotta buy fishing gear so that he can fish up the giant catch there and get her comb back. And, each time he ends up getting another job to try and earn money, just so he can buy Nanako this umbrella again. And then they end up at the festival, and we see a lot of stuff happening. The mom of the kid ends up getting a fight with Yuta's mom. I can never remember her name, so I'll just call her Yuta's mom. But Yuta's mom ends up getting hurt because the woman actually smacked her in the head with her purse, and she was bleeding from the head and everything. So Yu ends up calling Sayako as like, hey, what do I do? She's bleeding from the head. So, she walks him through how to help her, and that kind of reignites her love of nursing. It's like, wow, that's, you inspired me to take nursing seriously again. It's like, I almost forgot the whole reason why I became a nurse in the first place. And, it turns out that the reason Yuta and the other kid were fighting was because Yuta saw Nanako cosplaying as Loveline. So he went to daycare and was like, I saw the real Loveline. And the other kid's like, nuh-uh, Loveline's a fictional character. So when Yu runs into Nanako at the festival dressed as Loveline, he brings Nanako over to Yuta and the other kid and is like, see? I told you she was real. It's like, oh my gosh. Do you feel like just jumping into the water would have been better? So the comb lashed itself onto the scales of a giant fish. So that's why you had to buy the fishing set, so he could catch the fish and get the comb off of the fish. And another water break. But he did all that because that comb was given to the old lady by her late husband. And she was going through a bit of depression after losing her husband because, she felt like she had nothing left to live for without him. So she threw the comb away because looking at it made her feel sad. Hello, Emerald, welcome. But you didn't feel like that was actually what she wanted. So he was trying to get the comb back so that she could remember how happy she was with her husband. Okay, never mind. We have to get that fish as a thief. Yes. Yeah, and also, shoot, I can't remember the kid's name that you tutors. Oh yeah, it was Shu. Or no, it's Sho. That's right. So with Sho, when you was like I think the show stuff was like mostly the same as his social link, but like at the festival, you see Sho stealing the fireworks, because he overheard the other kids talking about going to see the fireworks show, and he was upset that they didn't even think to invite him. So you catches him doing that, and is like, hey, instead, why don't you ask them to watch the fireworks with you? And he gives him a deck of cards as a birthday present because he saw the photo on his desk showing his birthday, and it was dated, so you knew that that day was Sho's birthday. It was like, it's a game that you have to that's a game that you can't play by yourself, so ask some of your friends, ask some kids at school to play with you. You never got to that social link? Yeah, that's another nice thing about the anime is because if you missed any of the social links, you can actually experience them in full. Because the social links are always one episode, unless it's one of the main party members. And often they'll usually combine social links if they're like intertwined. So like Ko and they're both one episode because part of I's story is that she had a crush on Ko and was upset when she found out that he actually liked Chie. So half of the episode is helping Ko out on the basketball team and helping him to reignite his love of basketball. And then the other half of the episode is going out with Ai because she basically blackmails you into dating her. But they do a really good job with the social links in the P4 anime. And honestly, I feel like if you are going to do an episode where you tackles 4 social links at once, it probably is better to do that with the social links that most people don't care about. Yeah, Chie's social link also gets spread out through multiple episodes throughout the story. The climax of Chie's social link in the anime actually happens on Port Island during their school trip. Chie spots a kid who's being mugged, so she gets in the way and defends him. But yeah, like they do really well with that series. Oh yeah, and then we get the iconic Chie and Ai fight. Yes. Yup. Oh, they go into a slap fest with each other at the basketball game. At least until Yu tells her to sit down and watch Ko because this might be his last game. Which definitely got Ai's attention. Water break. And like sometimes the investigation team links will even be shared with some of the regular link episodes. So like we actually get to see some of Risei's social link in the episode where you befriends Sun from the Sun social link. We befriended Yumi in our playthrough, but there's always two different routes, and in the anime they went the Sun route. Okay, I don't know why, but for some reason, certain directions, this joystick doesn't work in like one specific direction. It's kind of annoying. Gonna head off now. All right, well, thanks for hanging out with us today, Willow. Hope you have a magical day, and good luck with your own hunts too. Yeah, I'm out of water, so I really should go get more drink. We'll do this. We'll do this run, and then I'll go and get a drink while the game is reloading. Grab more water and some Debbie. Since Legend ZA is less than 2 months away, you're trying to plan a draft team for your OC before all the Pokemon. Yeah. I've been planning out Marinette's team too. So mad they went with, oh yeah, Ayane, that's right, yeah. You're so mad they went with Ayane instead of Yumi. Ayane is... wow, okay. There's another Alpha Ralts, but it's not shiny. Yeah, I also prefer Yumi over Ayane, but I don't dislike Ayame, I just prefer Yumi. Anyways, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some Debbie. I'm back. Oh, avatar is a little funky. Fix that.
Welcome back.
Thank you. And I grabbed some Dubby too. Speaking of, we are partnered with Dubby. So if you would like to try a new energy drink, the link that is currently in chat already will take you to my favorite flavor, which if you've ever had an orange dreamsicle, tastes just like that. It's really good. There's no caffeine, and like it's all natural ingredients. Hello, Alpha Curlia. But it's really good. They've also got a s'mores flavor too, which is also really good. This stuff is going to keep me alive during our 24-hour streams too. I decided not to mix up a whole batch of it though, just because I want to make sure I'll be able to get to sleep on time tonight, because I do have work in the morning. What? No, come on. Get back into my game, please. Oh, that home button is sensitive. Hi, monkey butt. Hi. What? 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 Well, that's right here if you want to lay down. He's so silly. Here, let me put my drink down. Is that better? You just want pets? That's all you wanted, huh? You've been playing Danganronpa since you got home? It's ironic how your favorite character is the smart detective. And he's kind of crazy. I mean, you like Akechi, so I don't know how ironic that is. Oh, oh, face scratches. Face scratches. Good monkey. You my little love bug, Leomon. Ridley is kind of hard to love on you and Shiny Hunt at the same time. Dang it, Gallade! Plus, he has the same hair color and a similar hairstyle, except he has glasses. I mean, Akechi's predecessor sometimes wore glasses. Only when she's in the TV world, but still. Oh, okay. He's going back to log mode. Akechi has a predecessor? Yeah, Naoto. The original Detective Prince. They even comment on that in Persona Q2, that she's the original Detective Prince. Which does lead me to kind of wonder, did Akechi decide he was going to become a Detective Prince after seeing Naoto get famous for it? Like, I can't help but wonder if she at least somewhat inspired his persona. Well, his public persona, anyways. Come on, Gallade. Isn't Akechi a fake detective? I mean, like, he didn't earn a lot of the price that he made, but he still has detective skills that he puts to use. Like, Naoto's still a better detective, but Akechi does still have the skills. It's just that Naoto legitimately solved all of her cases, whereas Akechi did not. Not for all of them. Though admittedly, they do actually show that off a bit more in the anime. Like, there is an entire episode in the anime focused on Akechi and Yusuke. So it's basic, like, the main part of the episode focuses on Yusuke's social link, but Akechi is also there because he's investigating, I forget his name, the guy that was going to, that offered to help Yusuke. He was investigating that guy and the Foundation, and asked Ren for his help with his investigation, mainly because Ren was friends with Yusuke. Unless he's a better character. If you're talking about how he's a better character in the anime, I'll agree with that. If you're saying he's a better character than Naoto, we're gonna have some words. If anything, I'll meet you in the middle and say they're equal. But Naoto is a really good character. But a lot of people do misinterpret her story arc, because her gender did not really have anything to do with her actual problem. Her problem was that she was a woman in a male-dominated field, and people were looking down on her for it. So she, I don't want to say masqueraded, she presented more masculine so that people wouldn't dismiss her just for being a woman. Even though she herself is cis, she is not a trans woman. She doesn't identify as male. She identifies as female. But she changed her presentation so that people would accept her. Well, Akechi is your favorite character, so you're gonna say he's better than every character. But Naoto has really good character, too. And she is insanely popular. So you're gonna make enemies if you call her a bad character. Though Kanji's still my favorite character. We love our Kanji-kun. Admittedly, Leo is actually getting kind of warm in my lap. I can't move him, it's against cat law. But my lap is getting a little toasty. Only Persona characters you hate are Teddy and Morgana. So you rarely say any negatives towards Persona characters? Yeah, Teddy was Meg's favorite character for a while, until we played Persona Q, and Teddy put his fur in the cotton candy machine, and then gave it to Ray to eat. That completely ruined him for her. Teddy, I think, would be better if they didn't play up his hormones so much. I'd say that's probably the best PG way I can put it. Yeah, Teddy, especially in the spin-off games. Yeah, Goomba, that's pretty much everyone's reaction to that. It's like, what? Teddy, why? Yeah, it was a contest. Teddy was jealous that Ray wanted to spend so much time with Zen. So, and Zen got protective of Ray when Teddy kept trying to ask her on a date. So they started arguing in the nurse's office, so Elizabeth is like,
well then, there's only one way to settle this. We'll do...
So she basically creates like a trade hunt. So like they each start off with a pair of chopsticks, and they have to trade until they're able to acquire something that's edible that Ray can eat. And Teddy, you end up helping Zen out with the trade quest, and if you play it right, then you can get her a giant parfait. But Teddy couldn't find anybody to trade with, so he decides instead to put his fur into a cotton candy machine, and then using the chopsticks as to gather the cotton fur together, turns his fur into cotton candy, but it's still fur, it's not sugar. And then Ray takes one bite out of it. Like, she actually takes a bite out of it and goes, yeah! So yeah, Teddy fed his fur to an innocent girl. It's like, bad Teddy. And that's why Teddy is no longer Meg's favorite character in Persona. Sounds very gross. Yeah, it was. Shiny noise? There was no shiny. Are you sure that wasn't Curlia attacking me? That might have just been Curlia attacking me. Because that Gallade was definitely not shiny. Wait, we actually missed a shiny? Hold up. Hold up. There was a shiny. I heard it. Okay. So that must have been on another floor then. Because none of the Pokemon that we saw, that we looked at, were shiny. So yeah, that must have been on a floor beneath us. Or even the bottom floor. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I missed that. Good catch, though. I mean, it clearly wasn't one of our targets regardless. Wow, okay. So we can hear shinies from another floor. Man, I wish that I had heard it, though, so that we could have gone down to check it. Just so we could see how far away they spawn. F in the chat for the missed shiny, right? Womp womp. I think that might have been on the first floor then. Because, like, when we're in this room, we can sometimes hear Zubat cries. Dang, I can't believe I missed it. I mean, at least it wasn't the Gallade. I would have noticed the Gallade. But hopefully we can get the one of our actual targets to spawn. In your years of shiny hunting, you just couldn't miss that sound, right? Oh, man. I mean, I still want to keep going down here to check just in case, because I don't know how close we have to be to hear it. So I think we were like right above the shiny there, and that's why we heard it. But like that, it does at least confirm that we can hear the shiny through the floor. And by many, you mean 4 years? Yeah, it's been a while. Gosh, when did this game come out actually? Has it been 4 years? No, yeah, because it came out the year before Scarlet and Violet. And this was year 3 for Scarvy. This was the year that people were expecting Generation 10, because it's been 3 years since Scarlet and Violet, and PLA came out 1 year before that, so yeah, 4 years. That one sound is the reason you're slightly paranoid whenever you play Legends Arceus, because as long as you play long enough, it'll happen eventually. Yup. Well, hopefully we don't miss it next time. Or, well, hopefully I don't miss it next time. So we can actually go down and see what it is. Though, granted, we would have reset over it anyways, but... Well, I think instead of running through the entire temple, we'd probably just run back out, fall down to the bottom, and then... hey Fishy, welcome! PLA came out on January 28th of 2022. So, okay, so yeah, it has been 3.5 years, but still... But yeah, we missed a shiny. We heard it through the floor from the bottom floor. Like, it still wasn't one of our targets, so we would have reset it over it anyways, but... Still would have been cool to at least go down and check it. But I already have everything else that can spawn in here, so no matter what it was, we're not missing much. But I am still sad we didn't get to at least go look at it. Come on, Gallade.
Be sparkly.
Yes, please. We already got the wrong shiny. Hello, Val. Welcome. What day does Pokemon Legends ZA come out? October 16th.
Of this year.
Yes, of this year. So we've got a month and a half to finish this hunt. Which, you know, fair. We're only 4 away from being done. But I am really hopeful that we're able to finish this before then.
And you have 8 out of 12, so
Yeah, we're at least a
You're
third of the
pretty
way
low.
there. Yeah, though that still could change if they reveal any other megas for ZA that are already in Scarlet and Violet. 4 left, this will be close. Yeah, because we've got all the easy hunts out of the way already. All that's left now are the more difficult ones. Like, granted, there's still static encounters, but still. Like, every Gallade reset, we have to actually travel to go and check it. But at least now we have other methods. So, like, now we can actually do proper permutations for the more skittish lines like Baniri. But hopefully we can get a Scyther outbreak with a guaranteed Alpha Scyther second outbreak. Because so many times you get a Scyther outbreak and it's got a guaranteed outbreak just for it to have Cleavor in the back. It's like, we don't... Cleavor cannot Mega Evolve. Only Scizor can. We need to get a Scyther that can evolve into a Scizor.
And Bronze Song go away.
Did you say Bronze Song? That was a Curlia. Water break.
At least you don't have to deal with his misfortune sisters in the temple, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't think they'd even be able to get in here because there's a guard out front.
Probably.
Well, nothing on the first floor. I guess now we at least know for certain if something's gonna be on the first floor. I am actually a little curious, because now that we know that we can hear shinies from the first floor on the top floor, I wonder how high up you have to be coming in from the bottom floor to hear a shiny Gallade on in the middle or near the top. So it's not the top floor, but it is like near.
On my top.
Yeah. It's like, I wonder how far in you'd have to go to be able to hear it.
I don't know.
We could probably test that out if something up here does sparkle.
Keyword if something.
Yes, if. That's a
Probably the blade.
Yes.
Or shiny Curlier that's male.
Yeah, if
Or Shalpha.
if Ralts or Curlia can be male and Shalpha, we'll take it. Because then we just have to evolve them. Though honestly, there's part of me that is kind of tempted to come back to this and to see if we can get a permutable outbreak first. Because with the berry trick, it should be a lot easier. But there's still no guarantee that they're going to be, that the shelf is going to be male.
Mhm.
But like if we save this for last, then we can at least have a chance to get it.
Mhm.
Sit back up. No, no. He's so cute.
He's so cute when he's behaving.
Yes. And sleeping is behaving.
Yep.
Hard to misbehave when you're asleep.
Yep.
Still nothing. No targets, but we did hear a shiny sparkle from the first floor. I didn't notice it because I was in the middle of telling a story. But Emerald noticed it. And I went back and confirmed that, yep, there was a shiny sparkle. It just wasn't a target. Aww. Sorry, he's just really cute.
Mhm.
Yeah, this room is where we would hear the sparkle if there's something shiny on the first floor.
Mhm.
But it would be nice if we heard a sparkle that came from this room. It's like, come on, I just need you to sparkle.
Please. With lots of strawberries and pops.
Yes. So it's already 7:22, and we still don't have it yet.
Oh no.
Come on, Glade.
Isn't there like also like a 50-50 ratio of rope being female and male, or is it just
Yeah, it's a
more
50-50
female than male?
ratio. Because the gendered evolution wasn't introduced until a different generation. Usually
Mhm.
they only do that when there's a gender-specific evolution, but Gardevoir is not a gender-specific evolution. Gardevoir can be
Mhm.
male. So it's a 50-50.
Can't Galate also be male or female? Or just
No,
only male?
Gallade can only be male. Only male Curlia can evolve into Gallade. If Gallade could be female, then it wouldn't matter what the gender was.
Yeah.
But Gallade can only be male. So we need a male Shalpha.
For a Curlia, at least.
Yes. We would need a male Curlia or Ralts for it to become a Gallade.
Glade just zoomed out of there like, nope.
Yeah.
The YouTube delay.
Only female Snowrun can be Frostlass? Exactly. Yep. Which I've still been looking for Frostlass, because there's a good chance that we're going to be getting a Mega Frostlass. So, I've been trying to at least start on that hunt. That way, if we can get it, then we'll already have it. Dang it. Come on, Gallade. Why won't you just be nice to me? Why are you gonna be so rude? Presented by Game Freak.
What? What? What you looking at?
Please wake up, Leo.
He's just staring at me.
Oh.
And then he winked at me.
Yeah.
Now he's rolled over to his side.
You logged again?
Yeah, but now he's a side log. Also, the fact that everything at the bottom is only level 10, and these guys have perfect dex entries, but it's the Pokemon at the bottom that decided to sparkle.
Right?
Like, these guys have a higher chance of being shiny, and they still haven't been shiny even once. I can hear the Zubat cry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello, Alpha Ralts.
You could have been Shalpha.
Yeah, right? We've seen so many
And male.
alphas in here. Still no Shalphas. And nothing. Like, oh my gosh, we just need a Shalpha. At least we could technically say that there was a shiny. We just didn't go and look at it. We only heard it. Every time we go through this room, I just hear the Zubat.
Mhm.
It was not a shiny that mattered for this. Exactly. It wasn't a target, and going to catch it would have ruined this hunt. And I really don't want to have to do that braviary trick again. That's the main thing that's been keeping me going on this, is I don't want to have to do that braviary trick again.
Mhm.
So if we do get a shiny Ralts or Curlia, or even just, well, I guess it doesn't matter if we get the target, but like, if we do get a regular shiny Ralts or Curlia, I might just go out, leave the temple, and then come back in from the bottom, just to see how soon we can hear the sparkles.
Mhm.
But I also want to try and keep track of like how soon we hear them in here too. Just because if we can cut this down even by a little bit, that would be great. But I also want to hear how soon in coming into the temple normally makes them sparkle, because if you can hear them from very early on in the floor, then we could just go to that point in the temple and then be like, oh, okay, we're not hearing the sparkle, so time to head out.
Mhm.
So if we can hear it through the ceiling, then it might be worth it to just do it normally.
Mhm.
Now, if Mega Crobat existed, that'd be cool because you have a shiny Crobat. Yeah. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised we haven't gotten a Mega Crobat.
Mhm.
Because, like, Crobat only exists through high friendship. And that's kind of what Mega Evolution is. It's a new, stronger form forged through the bonds of friendship. Actually, do we even have any Mega Evolutions where the Pokemon evolves through friendship?
Lucario.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, Lucario. I think that's the only one, though.
Mhm. Oh, I suppose. Wait, no. Baneri's level up, so
Yeah, but Baneri's level up.
yeah. So it's probably just Lucario at this point.
I mean, if we do indeed get Mega Clefable, then that one's technically because Cleffa evolves
Mhm.
through friendship. No, yeah,
It does
Goomba.
not. Simba.
Baneri is a level up evolution. It's not friendship.
Now, if there was a Mega Raichu, then that'd be even more cool.
Yes.
Just for Matthew.
Yeah. I would love a Mega Raichu. It doesn't sound like we're gonna get one, but I would love it anyways. Like, Game Freak, please, make it happen. Give Raichu something to make it better than Pikachu. With a light ball. Like, yes, base Raichu is still better than base Pikachu. But if you give Pikachu a light ball, then that makes it better than Raichu, and that sucks.
Or make the light bulb compatible with Raichu.
No, I don't think they would do that.
I know, but imagine if they did.
Yeah. Although, actually, Mega Togekiss could have been cool, too. Whoops. That one's a friendship and a stone evolution.
Yep.
You put a Alolan Raichu in electric terrain that's still a little fella's speed? Yeah, but that's the Alolan form. We need a Mega Raichu. Though it would be kind of cool if they had like a Mega Evolution based on the form. Actually, I don't think we have that yet. I don't think we have a Mega Evolution that changes based off of the Pokemon's form. That would actually be really cool. It's like, imagine if they gave Meowstic a Mega, and then the Mega looks different based on its gender. So, like, the closest that we have is branched evolution Megas.
So basically Charizard Y and Charizard X and Mewtwo Y. And...
Well, that's just branched Megas. I was talking about Gallade and Gardevoir.
Oh.
They both evolved from Kirlia, but they're not the same Pokemon. And they each have their own Mega Evolution.
Right.
We don't have any Megas for Pokemon with alternate forms. Hello, Noah. Welcome.
Hi, Noah.
Though, admittedly, that would also be kind of cool if they did that with, like, a Hisuian Pokemon. So, like, if they gave us Mega Goodra, and then Mega Hisuian Goodra.
That would have been cool.
That would be cool. And hello, Noah. Welcome.
You already said that?
It says Baniri does evolve for its high friendship. Okay. Could've sworn there was a level up, Evo.
What generation is that Goomba?
Baniri is Gen 4.
Yeah, I know, but I meant, like, they could have changed that later on in later gens, like...
No, they don't change that. The only time they've ever changed how a Pokemon evolves was when they decided to get rid of the Ice Rock and Moss Rock and make it so that Pokemon that evolve through that just use Leaf and Ice Stones.
Oh.
It's the only time they've actually changed how a Pokemon evolves.
Oh.
Well, that and also in Pokemon Legends Arceus, they gave us the link cable to evolve Pokemon that evolve via trades.
It's the same.
Well, honestly, I think that kind of proves the point that the whole reason why trade evolutions exist is
Mhm.
to convince people to buy both copies of the games, because
Mhm.
PLA is the only game where you don't have where it's just the one game,
Mhm.
and therefore the well, I guess the mystery dungeon games work that way too, because you can't trade in mystery dungeons. So I think they gave us a link cable item in those games too. I'd have to double check
I'm not sure.
if there's a Mega Galarian Slowbro. True, yeah. If they gave us a Mega Galarian Slowbro, that would work. Apparently, if you give a Galarian Slowbro a Slowbroite in Pokemon Showdown, it'll still
Mhm.
Mega Evolve into a Cantonian Mega Slowbro. Alolan Meowth also evolves into Alolan Persian at level 28 instead of Friendship in Let's Go. Was
Hmm.
that a Friendship evolution?
Apparently.
I don't remember Alolan Meowth being a Friendship evolution.
Only in Let's Go, I guess.
Hmm. Apparently. Alright. I did not know Alolan Meowth evolved through friendship.
I didn't either.
Because, like, it makes sense for it to evolve via level ups, because that's how Cantonian and Galarian Meowths evolve.
Mhm.
Why is that one direction so slow? It's so weird.
No clue. Yes, it is, Goomba. Yes, it is.
Minutes left.
$20 left of stream, or
Yep.
20 minutes left of.
Till 8 o'clock.
Okay. Ew.
You also just remembered Sandshrew evolves through level up, but the Alolan form needs an Ice Stone.
What? Okay.
I think the reason they did that was because they wanted to justify the existence of the Ice Stone instead of it only being for Alolan Vulpix, and that's it.
Mhm.
Though, even though it would have been the first time they did that, it certainly wouldn't be the last time that they had an evolution stone in a game that was literally for only one Pokemon.
Mhm.
Because in Legends Arceus, that's the Water Stone. There is one Pokemon, and only one Pokemon in this game that evolves via a Water Stone, and that's Eevee
Mhm.
into a Vaporeon. So the Water Stone is literally in this game just for Vaporeon, and that's it.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, another Pokemon that eventually changed to be a Stone evolution instead of a Location evolution. There's a couple of them, but like, Magneton is now a Stone evolution. So originally, you had to take it to a certain area in order to get it to evolve.
Yeah, like the PowerPoint or something.
Yeah, like highly charged areas where it's just charged with electricity.
Basically like a PowerPoint in Sun and Moon.
Hmm.
And Ultra Sun and Moon.
It's confusing. Yeah. Oh no. There is another one besides those. Execute still evolves with a leaf stone into a Alolan Executor. That's why you can't evolve and execute into an Alolan Executor in Scarlet and Violet, because it's just a leaf stone. They used the same evolution method, so they didn't diversify it.
Hi, Monkey Bud.
Hello.
Hi. What's up, Monkey Bud? Oh, Neil mine. Neil mine.
Still no shiny.
Staring at you again.
Scritches. Scritches. Oh, that's the spot. Oh, that's the spot.
Hi.
Oops. There we go. Would help if I use the right joystick. Your Joy-Con.
Yes. Either way.
Sorry, he's adorably distracting. And still nothing.
Glee, come on.
Come on. Not really seeing anyone to raid either, so we'll probably just wrap up after another reset or two. We could probably do 2 more.
Yep.
It's like, come on, Gallade. Oops. Oh. He's switching back and forth. There we go.
Yeah, I'm looking too, and it doesn't seem like there's much people to raid either.
Yeah.
I mean, Edic's playing on Mario Kart World, but You're probably looking for more Pokemon stream than anything.
Yeah.
I suppose if you want. Oh, never mind. I was about to say we could raid Zed, but he's got 31 people.
Yeah, he's got a lot of people. Okay, Rattata and Cubone just add night and daytime being required. Diglett, Graveler, and Grimer evolve the same way. But, yeah, Voltorb normally evolves through level up. And then Hisui and Voltorb evolves with the Leaf Stone.
Mm-hmm.
Collect platinum points. Aren't they doing away with those?
I have no idea. Yeah, looks like no one's really alive to raid.
Yeah. Oh, I accidentally loaded the wrong game.
You mean the wrong file?
Yeah. There we go.
What?
That was my grass file. Yeah, Slowpoke has 3 different evolution methods. It has a level up evolution, a trade evolution, and 2 item evolutions.
Wouldn't that be 4 then? Not 3?
Well, it's 3 different methods. It's just that, but 4 different forms.
Okay. That's what got me confused.
Yeah, because Galarian Slowpoke, Galarian Slowbro and Slowking are both item evolutions.
Yep.
But they use different items.
Yep.
Well, I still think that Pokemon should have made it so that evolving a Pokemon that has a regional evolution in the beach area, that beach biome, the tropical biome, I think it was called. They should have made it so that evolving a Pokemon in that tropical biome makes them evolve into their Alolan form.
Yep.
They should have done that.
Yep.
And then there's Galarian Yamask. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Ay. Galarian Yamask is such a mess. Get it down to exactly 49 HP and then walk under this one specific monument.
Not only that, the Hisuian Basculin line.
Those aren't so bad. They're just use a move so many times. And at least those are easier to come across if you're doing the dex. Because you're gonna, I'm doing the dex. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna try and get all of these attacks out of the way at once. Oh hey, my Stantler can evolve. So for those, the Pokedex actually tells you to go and do those things. And I do wish that they would do that more, leaving hints in the game to tell you to do these things. Because otherwise, how else are you supposed to figure it out? Like, you really can't figure it out. Like, there's no way to know that that's how you're supposed to do it. Literally, the only reason we knew how to evolve Galarian Yamask was because of data miners.
Mm-hmm.
And now Nintendo is saying you're not allowed to data mine the game. Okay, how else are we supposed to figure this stuff out? You won't tell us anything. If there was an NPC that could tell you something, that would be different. Yeah, who decided that should be its evolution method, right? Like, Inkei's evolution, I will admit, is kind of clever.
Is it the jellyfish? Or I think it is.
Well, it's because Malamar is basically Inkei upside down and bigger. And, like, they still didn't tell you that you had to turn your system upside down to evolve it. But, like, it's at least easier to figure out. Because the clue is in Malamar's design. And also, its animation is also kind of a clue. Because it's constantly flipping itself upside down. Ugh, it's cozy.
Also, Goomba, whoever decided Galarian's evolution was Game Freak.
Well, yeah, they meant, like, who in Game Freak came up with that big idea.
Oh. I don't know.
Also, I figured out that I can just press the ZL button and it'll turn the camera for me, so I don't even need to try and mess with the camera. So it makes it a lot easier to do this with one hand. Alright, let's do one more reset, and then I think we'll wrap up.
Okay.
So I need to use the restroom again. So.
And Leo's probably still on you, so it's like...
Yeah. And then this is an original variant, but let's give it up for probably the most tedious evolution. Gimme Cold and Goldengo.
Yep.
Yeah. At least that one wasn't that hard to figure out. But it is tedious, I'll give you that. I am interested to see how they're going to do that in future games, though. Because that is very much a game-specific evolution. Unless they decide to keep around the material thing. But that also doesn't even make a whole lot of sense. What I've seen some fan games do, though, is they basically will use the nugget as an evolution item, and I think that would actually be a really good idea. Especially if they make it the big nugget.
Bye, Goomba.
Bye, Goomba. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Hope you have a magical day. I think that's another reason to not go on a raid. I think Goomba was the only one here.
I mean, it says there's 4 people in chat, but I don't believe that.
I mean, there's also you.
Yes.
So we're just gonna do this last Gallade check. No shiny sparkles yet. Yep. That's a nope. Alright. Well, in that case, we're gonna go ahead and end it here. So, thank you all for joining us today.